Oh, yep, we're live.
Awesome. Fantastic.
And going on Instagram.
And
we're good.
Awesome. Hey, how are you doing? I'm Mel Robbins, and welcome to Best Decade Ever. This is our first live training for this brand new program, and I'm so excited that you're here. You should pat yourself on the back because you are one of more than 110,000 people who have registered for this free program in order to learn the science and the simple changes that you can make in order to make sure that 2020 is the beginning of the best decade of your life. If you don't know me, my name is Mel Robbins, and I am an international best-selling author. I host a daytime talk show here in the United States. It's on 5 days a week on television called The Mel Robbins Show, where I give advice to real people just like you every single day on television. It is coming to Australia, from what I understand. So I'm super excited about that. And speaking of Australia, our hearts are breaking as we see the news of what's going on. So if you or your loved ones are in Australia, know that I personally have sent donations to a bunch of the organizations that are fighting the fires, and we are sending you lots of love. And regardless of what it is that you're facing in your life right now, whether it's a natural disaster like the horrendous, unprecedented fires that we're seeing in Australia, or maybe it's a disaster that is personal. You've lost somebody that you've loved, you've lost your life savings, you've lost your way in life, or maybe you've had an incredible decade and you just want to level up to the next incredible decade. Wherever it is that you are, you can. And I, Mel Robbins, am going to teach you the simple science around how you create the best decade of your life and how you kick off 2020 and the simple small things that you can start to do that cost nothing that will help you start to achieve your dreams. Now, let me get my notes out, okay? Because I have a little ADD and I'm all over the place. If you haven't signed up and you've just stumbled into this live broadcast, how do you get in? Just go to melrobbins.com/bestdecade. The registration is going to remain open. You can jump in at any time. The other thing that's very special about this course, right here, I'm holding the dream book. This is not a workbook. It's your dream book. I'm going to teach you how to dream bigger. In fact, the entire first week of this program is all about getting you not to think about goals, but to think about dreams. I want you to start to learn how to dream bigger in your life. You want to know why? Because I guarantee you that one of the things that you're going to learn this week in the Best Decade Ever course is you're going to learn how to dream bigger. And you're going to realize that you and your limiting beliefs, your self-doubt, your bullshit that somebody else has put in your mind that told you that you're not worthy, that you're afraid to look stupid, that you think you're not smart enough, that you think nothing's going to turn out for you, that those lies, those limiting beliefs, they are preventing you from not only achieving your dreams, but they're also preventing you from even dreaming as big as you deserve to dream. So here's what we're going to cover in the live broadcast today. First of all, I'm going to go over some logistics around the workbook and around the course. I will answer a few questions. So if you have a question, put it right in the comments wherever it is that you're watching this. If you are watching the taped version of this training that we will send out in an email link to everybody in this course, in case you're missing the live broadcast, still put your comments, your questions in the comments, because our team goes through all of those. And in the QAs that we will do live on Fridays, your question could easily be one of the ones that we pick. So couple logistics. Yes, you can sign up, melrobbins.com/bestdecade. What's the cost? Nothing. This is free. I'm not going to hit you up with anything. I just want to teach you how to dream bigger, and I want to help you make the small changes that will allow you to start to work toward and achieve your dreams. Second thing is, how does the program work? It's very simple. Once you sign up, if you've already been in the course, you've probably received about 5 emails from me. emails that just get you started in the course, emails that give you a link to this dream book, which is free. This is the companion guide to the course. And of course, an email to help you get registered for our free, private, exclusive Facebook group. Now, there's 110,000 of you that are registered for the course. In the private Facebook group, we have only had, I think, 26,000 of you jump into the private Facebook group. A couple things about that. You don't need to be in it in order to get the full value out of the course, because I know a lot of people are a little down on Facebook, but Facebook private groups are the best way for us to give you exclusive access to course materials. It's also the best way for you to interact with the other students who are in this course. And the third thing is that it is, I think, the secret weapon of the course. It's your choice if you don't want to jump in, but if you have not jumped into the private Facebook group, Danielle, will you tell me, Danielle is the executive producer of this broadcast right now, and she runs our social media strategy. So I have a quick question.
Yes.
If somebody doesn't know how to get into the group, how do they get into the group?
Get into the Facebook group?
Yes.
So you search Best Decade Ever with Mel Robbins.
Okay, search just in Facebook. Go to Facebook, search Best Decade Ever with Mel Robbins.
Yep. And then it'll pop up. It has a great picture of you.
Apparently it has a really nice picture of me.
And then you'll hit request.
Hit request. Oh, so everybody has to be manually let in?
Yes.
Holy shit.
And we have 3 questions that they have to answer.
You have 3 questions you have to answer.
Have you signed up?
Have you signed up?
What's your dream?
What's your dream? Oh, I love that.
And will you follow our group rules?
And will you follow our group rules? Because here's the deal. There's no harassing in this group. Your ass will be kicked out. No questions asked. So if you get harassed, if somebody's being weird, you please let us know. Second thing is there's no cross-selling. So if you have a coaching program, if you are trying to build a Facebook following, this is not a place where you're posting your videos, hoping that you're going to get followers. This is a Facebook group that is about people learning the curriculum in this course and supporting each other in pursuing their dreams. There's no doubt in my mind that you'll become friends with people and that you'll take that offline, but that's just not something we allow actively in this group. Now, keep in mind, given that there's 26,000 people in this already, and by the time everybody jumps in, there could be 50, 60, 70,000 people inside this private Facebook group. Just be patient with us because we have to manually let everybody in. So it takes a little bit of time, might be 24, 48 hours before you get access. Don't worry, you're not going to miss anything, okay? But that's a really important piece to this because I'm going to be asking you to do some things outside your comfort zone. One of the things that you're going to be asked to do is to upload a video of yourself, introducing yourself to everybody in this community and sharing what your big dream is. And that's going to be harder than you think. You're not going to have to do that today, not even going to have to do it tomorrow. I need you to warm up a little bit before I make you turn the selfie camera on yourself and upload something to a private Facebook group. So again, got a couple emails, you get this, you download it or you save it to your phone, jump into the Facebook group. If you don't want to be in the Facebook group, don't worry about it. We got your back. Every single weekday, there will be an email that goes out that recaps kind of what the training was today and gives you all the links to the stuff that you need. And that way you're not going to miss anything, okay? Because we've got you covered. Now, let me talk about what week 1 is about. Week 1 is literally about the coolest topic in the world, which is your dreams. Not the ones that you have at night. These are the ones that you hold in your heart. And I want to teach you this week to dream even bigger than you've ever dreamt in your entire life. Now, why on earth would I want to teach you how to do that? Well, there's some important reasons why I want to teach you how to do. Oh, I need to do one more thing.
Yes.
If you're having trouble and you're not getting emails, make sure you add hello@Mel Robbins to your contact list. Also check your junk and your spam filters. And if that doesn't work, just try signing up again. Okay. We're getting a lot of questions about emails, so I want to handle that. So here's the reason why dreaming is so important. When you were a kid, you used to daydream all the time. When you were a kid, you would constantly think about all the cool things that you want to do when you're bigger. When you were a kid, you had no problem seeing somebody doing something, whether it was a clown or a circus performer or somebody driving a race car or maybe it was a scientist and saying, ooh, that looks cool. I want to do that. But at some point, you stopped doing that. At some point, you stopped looking around you and allowing yourself to be inspired. And more importantly, not only inspired, you stopped allowing yourself the permission to want those things. And I know that that's true because it's true for all of us. Do you see, I read this incredible stats. Do you know that kids can hear the word no up to 400 times a day? Don't touch that. Don't do this. No, you can't. No, 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 no. Sit down. No, we're going to do that. And what happens when you hear the word no, or you can't, or not now, or don't, or you're not supposed to, is of course you start to tell yourself no. You start to shrink the things that you think about. You start to hold yourself back. And so it's become a habit for you to have some big grandiose idea and then to suddenly check yourself. And so what I want to do in this week is I want to push you to dream big again. I'm going to introduce you to the assignments that you're going to do this week. And I want to explain to you why these assignments are super important at a neurological level. Okay. So let me open up the course book. There's a couple pages in the beginning. This is a brand new one. I was on a boat, so I did not do my homework beforehand. I'm like so many of you. I've not even started the course yet. It's day one, so why should you? But when you open up the book, you're going to start by taking a look back, okay? So you turn to page 3, and here you're going to do a quick assessment of 2019. And why is this important? The reason why this is important is because there were a million things you learned this year, and I don't want you to skip over the successes and failures that you had and miss the message in those successes and failures and benefit from carrying them forward. Okay. So we've got a couple pages. You're going to turn to page 3, page 4. What are 3 things that made you feel excited or energized this year? What are 3 things you accomplished this year? Did you meet your goals? Yes, no, some. If you didn't meet your goals, that's okay. What do you think held you back? Ooh, now we're going to take a look at the last decade. So we're going to look at the last 10 years. Holy shit. Can you even remember that back? You're going to write down 3 times you felt excited or energized. You're going to write down what big goals you accomplished. What cool things did you do in the last 10 years? I bet if you stop and reflect, you don't even realize what cool stuff you got done. What did you not do? What did you hope you were going to accomplish in that decade of your life? This one that just went back. Now, why am I asking you to look back before we go forward? I know a lot of people are like, look ahead, look ahead, look ahead. I want you to do this in a really intentional way so that you gain the knowledge from everything that happened and everything that didn't happen. Because there's nothing more powerful than self-awareness. You got to know thyself in order to be able to change the patterns of behaviors that aren't working for you. Because those same patterns of behaviors that held you back last year and held you back for the last 10 years, guess what? Those are going to be the patterns of behavior that we're going to confront this year in 2020. So what I want you to do when you think about 2020 is on page 8, now we're going to ask you to look ahead. What dreams do you have for yourself for this year? I want you to list 3 of them. They don't have to be perfect. I'm not going to hold you to these. This is just a brainstorming exercise. Part of the problem with dreaming is that you think you got to get it right, so you won't even allow your mind to wander. And that's one of the habits I'm going to break you of, is holding yourself back and trying to be perfect. I'm going to teach you how to let your mind wander again. I'm going to teach you how to awaken your imagination, because I guarantee you your limiting beliefs have shrunk it. Then I love this question. On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your confidence level that you can make your dreams happen? This is going to be really telling, because you may write some amazing things down here and then circle a 2. And unless I can teach you how to get all the way to here, you probably won't do anything, because your limiting beliefs are going to stop you. And what you're going to learn tomorrow and the next day is that these limiting beliefs totally suck, because they're not only stopping you in terms of taking action, the stuff you write here, the dreams that you have, they're even small because of your limiting beliefs. And then we're going to talk about fears. What fears do you have around these dreams? Because that's stopping you too. So then we're going to make you do this this is amazing. Excellent job, Team Mel, on creating this. So then that gets you to week 1. Now, you don't even have to fill all that out before you go to week 1. So week 1 begins today on page 11. If you've done everything up to page 11 until now, fabulous. You're amazing. I love you. If you have not done anything in the workbook, like me, Mel Robbins, I have not done anything in the workbook. I got home last night at 1 o'clock in the morning. Yay, you. I love you. Fantastic. Good job. No problem. Part of what you need to learn if you're going to make your dreams come true is not piling on and making yourself wrong when shit doesn't go according to plan. Okay? So let's look at week 1. What are we doing this week? You're going to learn how to fucking dream. That's what we're doing this week. Okay? So week 1 is about you giving yourself permission to dream. That's it. I promised you this course was going to be easy. You have 1 assignment this week. That's it. Isn't that amazing? 1 assignment. What kind of a course is this? This is amazing. All you're going to do every week, right? So easy. You're going to go to, starts on page 13. That's all you're going to do. You're just going to fill out 1 page. And guess what? It's the exact same page tomorrow. It's the exact same page on Wednesday. It's the exact same page on Thursday. And you guessed right. The week ends with the exact same page on Friday. Why? Because I'm trying to teach you a new habit. I'm trying to teach you the importance of training yourself in how to dream. Because you, my friend, don't even have a clue on how big your dreams actually are. I'm so excited for you. So the assignment's very simple. Every day, I personally would do this first thing in the morning, but I'm not going to tell you how to live your life. But I would do this first thing in the morning. I would wake up. When the alarm rings, I would go into the kitchen. I would make yourself a cup of tea, a glass of water, a cup of coffee, kombucha, chai, keto coffee, coconut coffee, whatever the hell, bulletproof coffee, whatever the hell you drink in the morning. And I would sit down and I would make it your ritual to simply fill this out. What are you filling out? You're going to write down 5 dreams that you have. That's it. That's it. Very simple. Now, why on earth am I asking you to do this? Well, the reason why is because neurologically, you are training your brain to your advantage when you do this simple exercise. You see, in order to create something, you have to state it. And when you state it, it becomes real. Your brain acknowledges that you have stated a goal. And then there's something really cool that happens. Your brain is designed to help you check things off a list. It's actually called something like the Zeigarnik effect, something like that. It's somewhere in my notes. Seriously, when you write down your dreams, what happens is magical. First of all, according to a study at the Dominican University in California, you're 42% more likely to achieve the things that you write down. There was also a 10-year study done at Harvard that found that people who wrote down their goals and dreams consistently, check this out, were 10 times more likely to achieve them than those who didn't. The reason why writing it down is so important is because you are sending a signal to every cell of your body that this matters to you. And the Zeigarnik effect is this checklist in your mind. They've studied this. This is not something I'm making up. That when your brain registers that something's important to you, your brain locks on to finding anything related to it. And it keeps that open task open in its mind, looking for ways to be able to check a box. You're going to use this to your advantage. By writing down your dreams every day, the 5 big dreams that come to mind, you're training your own mind to help you spot coincidences, to make you luckier, to help you see opportunities, to train your mind to be positive and solution-oriented. It is the simplest thing that you could do. It is free, and it will help you, because it will help you start to train your own mind to see the world is working for you instead of working against you. So literally, you are simply going to write your 5 dreams down here. So I'm going to write, I want my next book to be a #1 New York Times bestseller. Because if it is, it'll get much broader distribution than the self-published book that I published called The 5-Second Rule, which, I mean, it sold 1 million copies and translated into 36 languages, so I shouldn't be bitching about it. But it would be nice to reach a broader audience with this game-changing, life-changing content. And it scares the shit out of me to write that down, because one thing that happens when you write down a big dream of yours is you immediately get present to the fact that you're nowhere near it. You immediately get present to this feeling of unworthiness. Like, who the fuck am I to say I want to be a #1 New York Times bestseller? I've always been the renegade who said, fuck that. I don't want to do that. I actually do want to do that, because it means that my work is being validated and being seen by a broader audience. And that's really important to me because of the impact that I want to make. I really want to build a house this decade, like build my dream house. And I would love to do it on the coast in Rhode Island. How's that sound? Like the kind of place that your kids just want all their friends to come to. And when they have kids, it's like the place that everybody wants to come to. That's my dream. Another dream of mine. Oh, I would like to have the Mel Robbins show, my daytime talk show. This is year 1. I would love to, a small dream would be to say, I want to make sure we make it to season 2. A big dream would be to be the #1 talk show in the United States. That's a scary dream. How the fuck am I going to beat Ellen and Dr. Phil and Judge Judy and all of these massive names? And who the hell am I? Who am I to say that I want that kind of recognition for the work that I'm doing? Again, I'm writing it down. And I'm doing this live because I want you to understand that I don't want the little dreams. I want the dreams that you're sort of like to write down. Okay, Mel Robbins show number. Okay, what else do I want? And, you may notice that you're not quite sure. 5 dreams of mine. Well, I did a backflip off a boat, which was a 40-year dream. And now I have a pulled muscle here under my rib cage, and I can't walk upstairs with my left leg because I pulled my hip flexor. This is really true. I would really love to be in the best shape of my life in my 50s. I really would. I'm close. Tonight's the last night that I'm drinking for quite a long time. So Chris and I are not going to drink alcohol. I don't know for how long, but we're just going to not drink for a while. Not because we have a problem, but just because it's not great for your body. And given the goals that I have, unwinding with a glass of wine every night is probably not the greatest thing to do in terms of being intentional and deliberate. Now, taking a little microdose edible, we're going to see how that works. But it is legal in Massachusetts, so I don't want to get any flack from any of you in the comments, okay? Melra, #1 in America, build dream house, week of pod, #1 New York Times. As a mom, I'm tempted to write down shit for my kids, but you know what? I'm not even going to write that down. What else am I going to do? Any ideas? What should I do? What else have I written down? I don't know. Oh, okay. I would love to build a mental health directory that makes it super easy for you to find the resources that you need. Somebody that, if you want to do a search, you're looking for somebody who does EDMR or EMDR and takes insurance and is accepting patients. Wouldn't it be amazing to be able to find that kind of resource? Or you have this kind of insurance and you need help for your kid who has an eating disorder. How do you find them near your zip code? I don't know. Google. That's what is out there right now. I want to build something like that in this decade. And this is my huge dream. This is my huge dream. I don't even know what this means yet. So and you don't have to either. It can be like a mission thing, because again, we're not in week 1 talking about how you achieve the shit. We're just giving your brain permission to go bigger, right? Bigger. What could you do if you had 10 years? And again, I want this to be your 10-year dreams. Could you write a #1 New York Times bestselling book in 10 years? Of course you fucking could, because you could write 20 books and one of them could hit. Could you build a house? Of course you could. You've got plenty of time. Could you become the #1? Of course you could. Absolutely. Somebody's going to. Why not you? Could you build a mental health directory that helps people? Of course you could. The thing I really want to do is I want my name and my work to be synonymous. Jeez, I can't even speak today. I was about to say something profound, and instead I mispronounced something. I would like my name and my work to be synonymous. Is that the right word? Okay. Synonymous with changing. I don't know if changing is the right word. See, I'm just letting my mind incubate about this. If I go big, 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 10 years from now, what is it that I'm being recognized for? I want to be like a leading voice in mental wellness. I want to make the idea of working on your mind and your emotional and mental well-being as common as working on your physical body. So a dream of mine over the course of the next decade is to help millions of people heal themselves, to teach people how to be mentally well, how to repair your mind. That is a huge piece. And I don't even know what that dream really is. I just know that as I open up my mind and swarm, and I can go to statistics like, oh, I'd love to have 1 billion views on our videos. I mean, we've got hundreds of millions of views on our videos, but it'd be great to have billions. And I'd love to have 10 million subscribers on YouTube, because that means all of this content around mental wellness and repairing your mind and healing yourself and taking control of your life, it's getting out into the public. That's what those metrics mean to me. But this whole week is just you allowing yourself the permission to dream. So I'm going to write down this idea about teaching the world how to be mentally well and to heal themselves. That's it. Every single day this week, all you're going to do is you're going to open up the email that I send to you. You're going to digest. Let's see, tomorrow we've got a killer video that's releasing. It's all about, you've heard the follow your passion if you don't know what to do with your life. It's bullshit advice. I'm going to tell you the secret to how you identify the direction. So for those of you who are like, I don't know my dream, I don't know. Just sit with the blank page and write what comes down. You don't have to do it. That's the most important thing I need you to understand. I'm not going to show up at your house and be like, show me the 5 things. You got to work on it right now. That's not what this is about. This is about you just taking the step of combating the negativity in your mind, the self-doubt in your mind, to start to write big ass dreams down. That's it. Okay. Now, notes are anything that you want to write down that you're learning in a live stream, that you're reading in a blog post that we're going to send out. So tomorrow we're going to send out you're going to get exclusive global release to this community, to you, of a brand new video that we're putting out entitled, do you know what we're calling it?
Yeah.
I don't know what it's called. You'll see it tomorrow.
Why find your passion is terrible advice.
Finding your passion is terrible advice. Then I've got an incredible thing for you to read, a short blog post that's all about limiting beliefs. This is critical. Now, meanwhile, every day you're going to open up your book with your chai or your cup of coffee or your tea, and you're going to confront the blank space right here. And if you're noticing that limiting stuff's coming up, write down your notes. This is just a witnessing. It's an expanding kind of week. I love this week. And then on Thursday, we're going to give you a download, a worksheet that will help you identify your limiting beliefs and work through them. It's a little substitution for the mind thing that I call think this, not that, that's related to your dreams. And on Friday, we're going to do a Q&A. all about your dreams. So if you're inspired right now about the idea that you're going to expand your mind and you're going to confront the limiting beliefs that are holding you back from dreaming, give me a thumbs up. And if you have a big, scary dream that you're getting present to, why don't you tell us where you're watching from and what that dream is? And before I sign off, I'm going to take a couple of questions.
We've gotten this one from a bunch of people.
Okay.
Should I write the same dreams down every day?
Oh, interesting. Should I write the same dreams down every day? There's no should when it comes to dreaming. You see, I think some dreams are there because you are meant to walk toward them. Like, for example, this dream house that I would love to build, a summer place where our family would all gather, preferably at the beach. But I think other dreams are acting as a conduit to something else. And so by the time this course has finished, I might be writing down that in the next decade, I want to be one of the most watched channels on YouTube. I might write down something like that because that's a way for me to measure the impact that I want to make. I might not be writing down that I want to be a #1 New York Times bestselling author. I might not be writing down that I want the #1 talk show. I think what I want you to do is I just want you to show up to the blank page and ask yourself, if I've got 10 years to achieve it, what's the biggest possible thing that I could do? If I could really go impact some cause, what is it that I would want to do? Don't think about how right now. Just think about the bigger thing. And we'll get into the how. Because this week is about you confronting your limiting beliefs and how you're shrinking even what you allow yourself to dream about. So no, you don't have to write the same 5 things. And if you do write the same 5 things, and those are authentically your dreams, fantastic. The one piece of coaching I would give you is if the same things keep showing up, can you make them bigger? Is there a way that the same things don't, like that they're even limited? You know what I mean? Like if I think about, for example, the #1 New York Times bestseller, that would be great. But if I really want to make a huge impact, wouldn't it be that I was that #1 bestseller on Amazon? Because that measures actual sales. Or wouldn't it be that I'd want to be in the top 10 or top 50 books on Amazon for a year straight? Because that measures sales on a global level? Maybe. I don't know. But, saying that's scary because I don't know if I could do that. And when you write down something that you're not sure that you can do, that's the definition of a dream, by the way. So here's one other thing is that I read Trevor Noah's book and it's absolutely fantastic. Born a Crime. Fantastic, jaw-dropping. Holy cow. What a remarkable memoir. And there was this particular passage in it that really struck me where he talked about how, growing up, he grew up in South Africa during apartheid. And if all you see around you is something as overbearing and discriminatory and oppressive as apartheid, how could you possibly imagine or dream about anything else? And part of what I want you to awaken in your mind is that, yes, it is so fucking helpful to see it in order to dream it. But I want you to liberate yourself so that you can see the things you dream about, even if you can't grasp that it's possible. Because I'm telling you right now, in 10 years' time, the course of a decade, absolutely anything is possible. I mean, if you think about the amount of technology changes that have happened in just the last 10 years, hell, we didn't have smartphones 10 years ago. A lot of you weren't even on the internet. Instagram was not a thing. Facebook was just getting started. I mean, when you think about the tools, Uber, Lyft, not a thing. WhatsApp, not a thing. Being able to accept money on your phone, Venmo people money, not a thing. PayPal, not a thing. Amazon was selling books. So when you think about the amount that's going to change in the next 10 years, it's mind-boggling. So I want you to awaken the biggest, craziest dreams that you can't even imagine how they're going to happen. That's your only assignment. Wake up every day, sit down, think, oh, Jesus, that's my daughter. I dream that my daughter does not call me during live streams. Decline.
Might take a decade.
Okay, that will take a decade. And I'm going to silence her because I'm a terrible mother. Anything else? I will call her back as soon as I'm done talking to you. Any other questions?
Yeah, this one was good. From Diana.
Diana. Hi, Diana.
My biggest fear about dreaming big is that I have no faith in myself. I failed my dreams so many times that I just don't believe I can achieve it. So trying to write down what my big dreams are makes me sad because I feel like I'm not going to make them happen.
Oh my
How do I get
God.
past the fear?
And I even heard Danielle get choked up as she was reading it. She's like, I failed at my dreams so many times. I don't even want to write them down because I get present to being sad. Here's what I want you to consider. You haven't failed at your dreams. You've just been trying things that didn't work. That's it. You can't fail at your dreams because they're meant to be pursued, not achieved. Will I have failed if they cancel the Mel Robbins show after season 1? No, because it has always been my dream to become a daytime talk show host. Now I am one. It's now my dream to be the #1 show. Will I be that? I don't know. The whole point about dreams is it gives you something to pursue. It's something that calls you forth. And the other thing that I know is that in this world, which is really cool, is that your dreams sort of evolve. And so one of the things that I've discovered in doing this talk show on television is that I just love coaching people. I love it so much. And so if the television show were to go away, which I sure as shit hope it doesn't, but who knows? It's sort of out of my control. You guys better be tuning in to the Mel Robbins show. Oh, by the way, we have brand new times in Los Angeles, in Houston, in Dallas. So check your local markets. We're on at 4:00 in the afternoon now on KTLA in LA. I'm super pumped. Actually going to LA tomorrow to promote it. I'll find another way to do it. And see, that's the point about dreams. You didn't fail at them. You've tried a bunch of different things that didn't work yet. That's it. And you gained experience. And I bet if you face your limiting beliefs, you'll realize that you actually haven't tried 100% because your limiting beliefs stopped you from doing all the things that you wanted to do. So this is a battle about you and your self-doubt. That's all that this is. And I'm going to teach you to reframe how you think so that you don't let your self-doubt rob you of dreaming. And that when you get frustrated or you hit a dead end or you feel like things are stalling out or you don't think it's ever going to happen, that you continue to imagine and reimagine your dreams in different ways, shapes, sizes, so that you keep evolving and moving toward them. We good?
Yeah. We good.
All right, great. So welcome to Best Decade Ever. I'm so happy you're here. Pat yourself on the back. 110,000 strong. Your assignments are to simply look for the emails. If you haven't gotten them, make sure hello@melrobbins.com is in your contact list. Check your junk files. If you still don't get them, just re-sign up. If you have not jumped into our private Facebook group and you're open to being in one, get your ass in there because it's the easiest way to interact with my team. You get first look at all the content because it's the best publishing platform. I realize a lot of people don't like Facebook, but it's very helpful from a creator standpoint. And it's the easiest way for you to connect with and get to know the 110,000 plus other people that are big dreamers just like you. And that's important because it's really important to be surrounded by people that are up to something and that are positive and that are cheering you on. Again, you can fill out the whole workbook, or you can just start. Go to page 12. And oops, I filled out page 14, but start at page 13. See, I'm not even doing my own program the right way, and it's still going to work. Go to page 13, fill out the 5 dreams, the big ones that come to you, things you want to accomplish over the next 10 years, any notes or reflections that you have. Keep an eye out for the email. Tomorrow is a video that's really going to inspire you, and then you're going to wake up and whoop, write your dreams down again. That's it, because it's super easy. Write down any notes about what you're observing. The next day, what are you going to do? Whoop, you're going to write down your 5 dreams again. And then on Wednesday, we're going to send you a link to a whole thing about your limiting fucking beliefs and your self-doubt. And it's nauseating how much you stop yourself. And then on Thursday, you know what's going to happen? Oh, you're going to open up the book again. How simple is this? You're going to write down your 5 dreams. And guess what's going to happen on Thursday? You're going to get a link to a little toolkit that's going to help you once you see the ways that you doubt yourself and limit yourself to work through that. And then finally, what's going to happen on Friday? Oh, you write your dreams down again, and we do a Q&A. So ask your questions in the comments on these videos. Be patient with my team, please. This is a free course. So do not be demanding customer service that you should have paid $5,000 for. This is something we're doing out of a desire to make an impact. So I appreciate you being considerate and patient with our team, because there are 110,000 of you in this course. I want to thank you for trusting us. It means everything to me. It means everything to my team that you are spending your most valuable asset, which is your time, and giving us your attention and trusting us with your dreams. I promise you that we have poured everything into delivering this in a way that's going to make it easy, that's not going to overwhelm you, and that's going to be like a flower that opens. What a stupid metaphor, but you know what I mean. Where things continually reveal themselves to you as you just engage in this course, however you engage in it. Okay. And in case nobody else tells you, let me be the one to tell you that I love you and I believe in you and your ability to change your life. And that's why we created the best decade ever. Because if you do the work, you deserve to have the best decade ever. All right. I'll see you tomorrow. This is awesome.
The short story.
I love this finding. Thank you.
Of course. I have another one for you too.
Awesome. That way when I lose
I
this,
don't know how to get that out.
which I inevitably will.
Those just been sitting there.